Hello, hello, hello. Hello guys, I'm wondering if you can hear me. We're just about to get started now for Tottenham versus Chelsea. Hello Ryan, hello AZR. I'm just going to go and check now on my phone. I think we're all good. I'm not sure if some of you guys remember me. I was here for the Barnsley game. It's Pablo, I'm back again. It's Chelsea back again in the Carabao Cup, and there's lots to come for this one. Kickoff is essentially upon us, so everyone join up, everyone get in quickly. I'll be back in throughout the chat. It's a big, big game today. It's Tottenham away. We're going to be going through all of that. You can see the lineups below me going up on your screen. So yeah, that's obviously great. That will give you guys a good opportunity to see who's playing. Don't even support Chelsea. Just win, please. Fair enough. We hope we can. But here are the Tottenham lineups actually coming up now on the stream. Lloris is going to be starting in goal. Tottenham, a lot of claim that they would go weaker. It's quite strong. Alderweireld, Dyer and Tanganga in defence. Then it's going to be a back three for Spurs, so they're going to be playing with wing-backs. Aurea and Reguilon are going to be the wing-backs. In the midfield, Jedson Fernandez, Tanguy Ndombele and Moussa Sissoko, and Lamela and Bergwijn up front. Back of the net says, "Come on you Blues." Yeah, big game tonight. Big, big game. Hello, Abdul. I mean, just on the Spurs whole setup, guys, Spurs have essentially had an incredibly busy period. They've got 4 games in 8 days, essentially most weeks, and it's crazy. I thought maybe they'd rotate more than they have tonight, but Mourinho doesn't want to go out to Lampard. He's been doing a lot of mind games midweek, and he's come up with not the strongest Spurs team, but it's a strong Spurs team, and he'll set up a block. They'll make it hard for us, and ultimately, if they win, would you be surprised against our defence? Probably not, but we're here to win. We're here to make a statement. Mendy starts in goal, his debut. Azpilicueta, Zuma, Tomori and Chilwell across the back line. Really happy with that defence. In midfield, we've got Mason Mount, Jorginho and Kovacic. Wonderful midfield. And up front, we've got Hudson-Odoi, Werner and Giroud. I must say, I'm essentially over the moon with the Chelsea lineup. I think it's perfect. I think it's spot on. I think most people would actually agree with me, so the Chelsea lineup is excellent. I'm pretty more upset with the mind games Mourinho's been playing. I think he probably thought or said that Spurs were going to be maybe going weaker, that we can't compete in the Carabao Cup, and he's put out what's a pretty strong lineup. It's not terrible from Spurs. It's a little bit rotated, honestly. The players take a knee. I'm going to be joining up with the stream now, guys. Just full screening it on my viewing, just so that there's no spoilers in the chat or whatnot. As always is the case with these things, if you guys are a little bit ahead, just bear with. If I'm a little bit ahead, then that's that. We're just here to get involved, have a little bit of a chat. If you've already seen a goal go in, then and I comment on it, 40 seconds later, that just happens. So this is a game I think Chelsea will be thinking we have to win, really. We may not win it. I think Spurs are stronger than we thought. Mourinho's obviously going to have got into them. I know he said a lot of stuff about how we can't compete. They clearly can. And Spurs are already coming on the front foot here. And Chelsea really have got to be better at defending today, if I'm being honest with you. So that'll be interesting. It's so odd seeing a London derby like this with just no fans in the stadium, but that is the way it is. You'd expect Chelsea to control the game in a way today. But I mean, we controlled it against West Brom technically. We find ourselves 3-0 down in half an hour, so not in that way. Don't let Spurs hit us, and essentially it'll be a good test of the defence, I suppose. Get people in order. I think Spurs will try and soak up some pressure. They haven't really been playing back 5 under Mourinho, but they are today, and they've come out with a weakened side. You'd expect a tired side. Look at Eric Dyer. He's just played on Sunday, and now he's playing it on Tuesday. So it is interesting, but it's what Spurs have gone for. Mourinho hasn't fully thrown this competition in the bin, as you would say. Mendy just getting his first touches of the ball in goal. Is that offside? It's going to say it's onside. Hudson-Odoi, can he switch it? Just about. Great pass by Chilwell. That's unlucky towards Giroud. It's going to fall to Werner. Kovacic. Kovacic and Jorginho have really got to run the game for Chelsea. And also when Spurs try and counter-attack us, they have to win it back. We have to keep Spurs away from the goal because you imagine they will essentially score once they get there. It's a long ball over which is going to go out of play. There is Edouard Mendy. Werner and Giroud starting yet. Jack Wilson, you seem to love Christensen, don't you? He's not playing today. Probably for the best. At half-time, we'll also be doing more discussions, or as the game goes on, I suppose. Transfer window's on fire right now. Loads of deals going ahead, or loads of rumours going on. It's pretty crazy, so yeah. We will be discussing more things, I suppose, as they come up in the game, really. That's out. Yeah. Play from Kovacic. Spurs already sitting really, really deep here. And I think that's the ploy from Mourinho tonight. They're going to soak up the pressure. They're going to try and hit us on the counter-attack and knock us out brutally out of the cup. Chelsea have just got to, break that mould, I suppose, and get in at Spurs tonight. Don't play the game into their hands. Burn up. It's over everyone's head. And you can see Mourinho doesn't want to go out here. He's starting Joe Hart, he's starting people who've played on Sunday. It was typical mind games midweek. And he is here for the contest, and he set Spurs up in a way that's going to make them incredibly hard to beat. And he knows that you can play that way against Chelsea also, because we are so, poor defensively, essentially. You can hit us on the counter-attack, and 8 times out of 10, really, you're going to get a goal from it. So Chelsea have got to be less susceptible to conceding like that. If we want to become a top team, we've spoken about it weeks and weeks now. The West Brom game, it was just, it just kind of brought everyone back down to earth as to say, yeah, things aren't fixed yet. The signings aren't just going to, block things out. And there is work that needs to be done on the training ground, in my opinion, in a defensive system to stop things like this happening. And if Chelsea want to compete, get closer to Liverpool, Man City, whoever, then you just feel that the system has to be better defensively, and we have to improve defensively. Full stop. That's a poor ball from Jorginho. Reguilon intercepts. Reguilon playing tonight. There's Jorginho. Werner. Jorginho with a good ball and towards Giroud. Jorginho spun by Bergwijn. Zuma does really well there. Really well. And I've got to say, the centre-back partnership of Tomori and Zuma is one that the Chelsea fans really do like, and I'm a big fan of it. Kovacic has been fouled yet again there. Lee Mason having a word with Lamela. You'd expect him to be booked by the end of the evening. That's a nasty one, actually. Got a few of those on the weekend myself. Chilwell's making a good run there. Kovacic finds him with a really accurate ball. His header back to Werner isn't quite accurate enough, though, and Spurs, well, they've got a lot of men back there, and they're finding it quite easy to mop things up. Spurs throw in. It's a really good throw, actually. Oh. And 9 minutes played. It's been a quiet London derby, to be fair. And maybe that was to be expected in quite odd circumstances. I think Spurs are just... Yeah, they're trying to hobble through the game, essentially. They're running down the clock, even in like the 9th minute, just sitting very deep in a block. That's well done from Werner. Chilwell will try and find him now. Interesting to see Tanganga back in the side already for Spurs also. And of course, new signing Reguilon. Kovacic. He's already got a lot of the ball early on. You'd imagine him to get that. It's around that sort of area where Spurs aren't quite pressing us, but it's very difficult to play against, well, essentially that wall they've got back there. And you're hoping Giroud can have a role to play in breaking that down in some way, whether that's, fending off a few defenders to create space for a Werner, Hudson-Odoi, or anyone else going in. And also maybe, a bit of magic. I'm looking at Mason Mount for that, really. Maybe Hudson-Odoi with a quick dribble to take a few players out the game, but already it looks like, Chelsea are in for a tough game today, and I think that's the way Mourinho wanted it. He's clearly gone with that to say, well, we want to knock you out here, Chelsea, and look, 75% possession. I've seen that essentially all the time that Lampard's been coach, actually, for Chelsea. We always have loads of the ball. We're a dominant side, and that's good the way we're playing that way, but, we do maybe need a bit more. Certainly defensively, because with 25% possession, West Brom scored 3 goals against us, and that's just the way it is. So that's why we said earlier, that has to improve for Chelsea. Zuma. Chilwell. The switch is a good one, but Reguilon's alert, and the switch is going to be difficult. Switching the play against a back 5, it isn't quite the same just because, there's a lot of width to cover the switches. One hope you could have is Spurs getting really tired as the game goes on. Certainly a few of those players. Look at Eric Dyer. He's played 90 minutes of a Premier League match on Sunday, and he's rocking up Tuesday evening and playing yet again. Just over 48 hours essentially of rest, and for a professional footballer that isn't really on. I know there's some tight schedules sometimes, but what we've got here with Spurs is an incredibly packed schedule, and I really thought they were going to rest more than this. I did. That might fall to Mount. Werner can't get his foot under it. Important game for Werner today. He didn't have a good one against West Brom, but he's been a bright player for Chelsea so far. It's unlucky from Mount. Chelsea just not creating an awful lot, and it's like we said, they've got a white wall back there, Spurs. Here's Kovacic. Can we break it a little bit? Chilwell. Foul on Chilwell. Here's Werner. Could have been in there, Chilwell. I suppose you could say a smart foul from Aurier. That's Spilicueta. Hudson-Odoi. It's where we want him. Not the best ball to Werner. Jorginho wins it back really well. And again, Spurs have a rare sight of the ball, and here's Tanganga, given away to Mason Mount, who can burst in here. Mount has to chop back. There's a lot of Spurs players back, boys. Could be a long evening. Here's Mount. Wide. 15 minutes on the clock, still 0-0, and Spurs just setting up really defensively. Werner needs some bravery. Mourinho parked the bus. Yep. So I'm not checking the chat as much for today's live stream, guys. Maybe as much as the Barnsley one. I'll fall to Jorginho, who's made a good start to this game. Him and Kovacic playing in the pivot role today. They did that really well in the Stamford Bridge fixture against Spurs last season. Looks like Chilwell could have a big role today. He already looks like a really good buy at left back. Certainly a player the club trust and back for the future. Yeah, I wasn't always the biggest fan of Ben Chilwell, but I'm well on board now, that's for sure. And whoever the team signed, I'd always get behind. And I was well behind him months before he signed, of course. And that's a good space for him now, just what I was saying. Ball has to be a little bit better, but here he comes. There's Werner. Chilwell. Foul. They keep fouling Chilwell at Serge Aurier again. That's Spilicueta. Need a big captain's performance from him tonight is Jorginho. Chilwell's got space there again, and the left-hand side is probably where there is the most. Mount's gone in behind. Oh, Hudson-Odoi! It's a good save by Reese in the end. It fell through to him, and you can probably tell this was Tanganga's first fixture back. A few loose touches in there. But Spurs have just punted the ball long again, and it's fallen straight to Edouard Mendy. Kovacic, Jorginho. If Hudson-Odoi stuck that in, wow. He just needed to put it either side of Lloris, to be honest, and he put it right down his throat. Having Lloris in goal gives Spurs such great protection today, though. That's a wonderful pass to Giroud, though. Decent knockdown, but Spurs will need players closer to him if we're going to make the most of those knockdowns. Spurs having literally no ball in this game, it's fair to say, but they won't care. And honestly, I don't care. We've had a lot of ball and not much has happened, so... It's Chelsea throw. No way. Don't give them throw-ins. It's a really good chance for Hudson-Odoi, actually. He probably should put that either side of Lloris. It goes right down the middle. Bergwijn. Chelsea win it back again. Here's Werner. Giroud. Reguilon, ball one back here by Hudson-Odoi. That's Spilicueta now. Oh, he cuts back away from Reguilon. Here's Werner. Yes! 1-0 Chelsea, Timo Werner! Come on! Come on! Timo Werner on the score sheet. I'll tell you what, it's brilliant from Azpilicueta. It's Reguilón on the ball here. It's debut for Spurs. Aspi wins it back. Hudson-Odoi does well. He feeds to Azpilicueta, and look at this for a cutback. It's absolutely wonderful. Reguilón is a left back I really like, but he's been done there, and he's probably at fault for the goal. But it's ice cold from Werner. It's his first Chelsea goal, and Chelsea lead away to Spurs, and are in a great position now to head through to the quarterfinals. Only 18 minutes played and plenty to go, but you've got to say it's a wonderful finish from Werner. And Chelsea will be elated with that. I'm elated with that. Come on. What are you guys saying in the chat about that one, guys? 1-0, yep. Timo. I know, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm minutes behind. I saw that. Like I said at the start of the game, by the time the stream gets over and whatnot, it just happens. But we're all here for the same cause. We want Chelsea to win, and we have our goal. Just going to edit something quickly. I believe I can change the score to 1-0 Chelsea. Spurs have a free kick here. Yeah, it's probably best done behind. You guys are probably right, honestly. If I'm screaming and you guys are trying to watch the game, then yeah. I can't believe they've given Spurs a free kick for that, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, they're giving Chelsea a free kick. That's my bad then. I was going to say, it didn't look like a foul from Tomori. It's time for Chelsea to get a second, and maybe even a third to kill this game. So happy with that early goal, honestly. So happy. It's so important, that. So important for Werner also. Reguilón does well there. That's going to be Mendy, who is massive. He's going to be winning those all day long. .21 minutes on the clock. Chelsea lead exactly what we wanted. And we've got Spurs exactly where we want also, because their game plan was all about, stifling us. That goal is so important, and you've got to say it's Azpilicueta who deserves most of the plaudits for it. But that finish from Werner is excellent. Look at this, though, for an average positions from Spurs. Not one of their average positions has a player in the Chelsea half. Spurs aren't in a favourable situation, but, I mean, Mourinho's set out his stall, it's fair to say. That is one heck of a wall Spurs have set up. What am I watching, honestly? Spurs have nearly just got a goal there out of nowhere. It's a brilliant recovery from Kurt Zouma. Jedson Fernandez was in there for what looked like almost a tap-in. Again, just what goes on at the back for Chelsea. Great tackle that from Zouma. This recovery is even better, really. He does really well, Kurt Zouma. That's wonderful defending. That looked like a goal. Mendy also comes out, and God knows if he would have saved it or not. Got to say, Kurt Zouma, stunning defending. Really good defending. Now Chelsea have to defend this corner. In it comes. Mendy gets it out. That's exactly what we want. Here's Reguilón. Good ball too. Oh, it's excellent defending. It really is. Chelsea's defence being tested once more, though, and it's just worrying. It just is. We really struggle defensively. There's just little other way to put it. Here's Reguilón. Bergwijn, Reguilón. So Alderweireld all the way in the attack. Here's Sissoko. The ball in is again. It's going to fall to Mendy this time easy. Very good from Mendy. And Dyer's already down. This is what I said before the game. Why are Spurs playing players who played a full 90 minutes on Sunday? I do not understand it, but it happened, and well, Spurs are going to have to bring on another player who also played 90 minutes on Sunday now because they didn't essentially rotate really much for this game. I'm not going to check the chat because I've already had messages from you guys saying how behind I am, so just for reference, I'm on the 24th minute of the game here, if that tells you guys anything. I'm not sure what minute you guys are on. But you've got to say the goal from Werner is excellent, it really is. That's great from Azpilicueta versus Reguilon. And it's stunning from Timo Werner. It's exactly what we needed. But already the defence has certainly been under pressure here for Chelsea. Set pieces, giveaways at the back, looping balls, all sorts. Eric Dyer's going to be able to continue here, but Spurs were bound to have an issue like that, you'd think. Eric Dyer's just come off the back of playing, what, 90 minutes, was it, for Spurs, obviously, against Newcastle on Sunday, and he's playing Tuesday now. Davinson Sanchez is going to be coming on, because I don't think Eric Dyer can carry on, but Davinson Sanchez also, I believe, just played 90 minutes against Newcastle, so like you don't know, and the same goes when they bring on players later. They would have all played a large amount of the games at least against Newcastle, but Chelsea had a chance there against 10 men Spurs and probably should have made more than that. Would have been harsh, I suppose, but it's a great pass from Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi, good play from Giroud, his mount. Werner comes inside, and there's not a lot of room inside against this Spurs team, and then fouls his player. Eric Dyer's back on the pitch, but is he going to continue? Well, I think he is. Davinson Sanchez is heavily strapping himself up on the sideline. Maybe he's going to be coming on. We don't know what's going to happen with the Spurs substitutes right now. Emerson is better than Alonso, maybe. That was way too close, yeah. It was, wasn't it? That chance for Spurs, just poor Chelsea defending, essentially. Now Chelsea have a player down. Injuries all over the park, and Mourinho has gone absolutely insane. He's having an argument with Mourinho now. My goodness me, Mourinho is not in the mood, is he? It's a wry smile from Frank Lampard for his former manager. They won so much together and they were such good friends. Mourinho speaks so highly of Frank, but I think Mourinho is very heated right now. He's obviously come here desperately wanting to knock Chelsea out. He's put out a team to do that, but the schedule is very, very harsh on the Spurs. He's going to be desperate, and clearly he's going to be doing anything to knock Chelsea out of this tie, but well, Lampard has to just focus on us, getting us to defend, really, because we just struggle. I think it was Zuma who got hit there, but he is fine. It's good from Azpilicueta. Really? You can see the Spurs' intention tonight. This is really vintage Mourinho almost from Spurs. If they weren't 1-0 down here, this game plan would be going honestly to perfection. You know, the little wasting time off of fouls, trying to get Chelsea players sent off for nothing. Mourinho having scraps with Lampard on the sidelines. The absolute wall of players, 20% possession. It's all lined up for him, and it's clear the intention tonight. It really is. Like I said earlier, Chelsea have got to battle that intention really hard, because else it'll play into Spurs' hands. And like we've seen, Chelsea is so susceptible to just conceding goals out of nowhere. And here comes Spurs again. Good pressing from Werner. Really good. Very good at that. So well done from Tomori. Even now, Spurs aren't in a hurry at all. 1-0 down to Chelsea at home. They couldn't care less. They're happy with that. They know they're going to get a good chance. Or at least they back themselves that, they can get at Chelsea or they can hurt them at some point in the game. So, like I say, for Chelsea, do your jobs. We've clearly come here with, a clear mentality. Kovacic has to win that and does. Chelsea needs to sort out who's taking this ball. Tomori does. Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi's got a lot of space here. Hudson-Odoi slips. Really could have done with him staying on his feet there. He does really well though to Werner. Better touch and he's in there. He's Chilwell. Aurier really looking to get into Chilwell today. Wasn't the best ball back to Zuma. He has to just slide out and clear it. Chances on that when Hudson-Odoi gets in, he's got Werner and Giroud next to him. You just want us to get that second goal there. Werner. Just off Giroud. Great from Tomori. Here's Hudson-Odoi. He can take on Dyer here. He can find Giroud. Good tracking for Hudson-Odoi. It's a foul though. Mount nearly snatched the ball there. Aspie's got to be careful when Reguilon breaks. Same goes for Chilwell with Aurier. When Spurs get in the attack, they do have players who can hurt us. Zuma does well there. Is Mendy. Zuma punts that one clear. Chelsea not best formed to deal with this, actually. It's really well played, actually, by Fernandes, I think it was. Aspilicueta's going to win that back, though. Hudson-Odoi with a chance to run now. It's a good switch to Werner. We can't keep it in. Come on, Chels, come on. Aspie tried to hit Mason Mount there in a little bit of a half space in the Spurs setup. Mount does well to win it back. Jedson Fernandez with some good dribbling though, and the Spurs win the free kick. Still 1-0. I mean, we can't ask for too much. I'm happy that we're leading really against what has been a wall of a Spurs defence. And like I've said, I listed the things earlier, Spurs have come here to just make this a hideous game for Chelsea. That's going to be another foul. Play on his Reguilon. Good from Hudson-Odoi that. That's too easy. Well, we need to cut the ball out there. Come on. Oh, good save by Mendy. It's too easy from Chelsea's point of view. Mendy's been really good. Really good start to his Chelsea debut. It's a good save. I don't know what's going on. They broke through us so easily there. Lamela, look at this. He just turns and shoots. It's a good save by the legs of Mendy. He's got a big frame, and it's a really good claim as well from the second ball. There's Jorginho. Chilwell. Just more proof really that Chelsea need the second goal. Kovacic would have certainly backed himself to get the ball there. Jedson Fernandez has started really well this game though. In a Spurs shirt. And you've got to say the Spurs game plan is working pretty goddamn well. Chelsea needs to see a bit more ball right now. Free kick Spurs. Things going their way in the last 5-10 minutes. Great header by Aspie. So easy. See it coming from a mile off. Mount's got to come back and help out in the midfield. He usually does. Maybe he's a little bit tired. He's played a lot of football recently. It's not the best clearance from Zuma. Tomori does well. Here's Jorginho. A bit of Chelsea possession now. Hudson-Odoi does well. Does well to cut it back too, because here's Kovacic and Azpilicueta. Chelsea need a bit of life to the performance right now. Chilwell doing well there. Azpilicueta now. It's a good switch onto Werner, which he does spot. It's quite a high ball though. Werner does well to get it back down to Chilwell. Werner. Good ball in the channel. Here's Giroud. Comes through just about, maybe with a bit of fortune. Here's Kovacic. Werner. Chilwell now again. Chelsea probing once more. Jorginho. Kovacic. Good from Kovacic. Just a lot of sideways and backwards passing, and that's what happens against low blocks. I suppose that's what Chelsea will be trying to change this season, but with the way this Spurs side is set up, they're so deep in so many numbers, it's crazy just to watch it on the screen. Like, I suppose for that you need real invention, real intent, you have to move the ball incredibly quickly, and here's a better chance to do that. That's Aspilicueta. He's going to flip that into Giroud, if I'm being honest, he's not going to. Kovacic comes forward. Too sloppy from Chelsea, let Lamela get in. Good recovery from Mason Mount, to be fair. Just got to be careful, though. Don't let Spurs break us. I mean, by break, I mean counter-attack us. Jorginho spotted something. Offside against Hudson-Odoi, though. This is a really boring game. Chelsea sideways and Spurs sitting back. Yeah, I really agree with that, Jake, honestly. Clear game plan from Spurs, and I suppose we are playing it into their hands right now. The 1-0 at half-time, the slow game, the fact that Spurs know they can hurt us. I think it's so important for Chelsea to get a second goal, maybe even before half-time, because it's just so clear that this was such a mind game performance from Mourinho. I've said it all half, but you can tell he is bursting inside to win this game. Bad giveaway from Tomori. Great recovery by Hudson-Odoi. Tomori doesn't realise someone behind him. Does now. Mount's going to keep that in. No, he's not. Mount's not been sharp at all today. Chilwell has to get that. Spurs probably, for my liking, finding it too easy to, when they're in possession, to actually attack us and break us down or get a solid chance against us. Good defending from Chilwell, that. Whereas Chelsea down the other end, against that absolute wall that Spurs have set up, there's nothing going on, essentially. Which is worrying. Ooh. Again, how easy is that? How poor is that defensively from Chelsea's? It's awful, almost. Hudson-Odoi, though, on the break. That's a great tackle from Reguilon. Midfield's got to help us. It's like Spurs are running the midfield and they're playing like 8 at the back. It's not good enough. And Lamela and Bergwijn keep getting in these pockets and actually making things happen. You'd imagine the Spurs will be tiring, but I don't know if there's enough here from Chelsea. There has to be more. Ever since the goal, I'm not sure if there has been enough, just in general from Chelsea. We've really got to wake up, because Mourinho, you know what he's doing. He's going to bring Harry Kane on, he's going to bring Lucas on. He's going to do everything he can to win this match. That's already been proved here. slow from Chelsea. I just don't know what to say to you guys. Like, tried speaking over some of this, but phew, nothing really going on. And it's worrying because the longer it goes on like this, the longer it just plays into Spurs' game plan. You'd imagine Lampard will be getting into them at half-time and saying, you just got to be better in all aspects, really. You'd have to say Edouard Mendy's, I wouldn't maybe say one of our best players, but whenever he's had to do anything, he's done it brilliantly. But here's Giroud. Again, knocked down. No one even close to him. No one even close to Giroud. Which I just don't get, because Spurs are playing so deep. It's a really good ball by Jorginho, but look at this. Who does Giroud knock it down to? No one near to him at all. Very odd. Good play from Werner. He'll be really happy to get his goal. 2 added minutes now. Chilwell. Werner. A goal before half-time here would honestly be amazing, wouldn't it? That's a foul. Decent ball, that. Chilwell, really good. Werner as well. Gives it away, though, in turn. Kovacic, can he be booked here? It's too easy for Spurs to break out. I was just saying, don't let them play their game plan. You would have thought the early goal would have stopped them from doing that, but we're just playing the game into exactly how Spurs want it to be played. Very slow, then bang, they try and hit us on the break. Don't know what's going on. And our defence really doesn't look sturdy at all again back there. We're giving Spurs one more chance here to put the ball into the box. With a few seconds left, 5 seconds left of the half, and this is going to be the last chance of it. In by Lamela. Out by Aspilicueta. Out from Mount. Half-time. Chelsea lead 1-0. I suppose we can't ask much more other than the fact we're beating Tottenham in our Carabao Cup knockout game. But Spurs have, well... Spurs have sat back very deep. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. I'm in the chat now so we can have a little bit of a talk. Half-time. Probably also want to talk about some transfers at some point, but we'll start with how that game worked, guys. How the first half went. Really happy for Werner there. I think Lampard got the lineup right, if I'm being honest, actually. The lineup looks good. That's what worries me. I see the lineup today and it was like... It was like, you know, it looks like a good team. And a good defence also. And then we go and play the game and... Already we look like so sloppy at the back. It's just a little bit worrying, if I'm being honest with you guys. Yeah, leave your comments. I'll reply if you guys have any questions or anything. If you want to talk about the half or whatnot. Absolutely dominating. Technically we are. Tomorrow looks really strong yet. Boring maybe. Passing was very poor yet. I agree. I wasn't too pleased with that first half. And I think this is playing into Spurs' hand. It's all about Chelsea to going out in the second half now and just going for Spurs. We have the players. We are up against, you know, a tired-looking, almost depleted Spurs team. But Mourinho's got them here in this sort of mentality to try and make this game a nightmare for us. Havertz should come on. Yeah, maybe he should. Giroud needs support on the long balls 110%. I said that just there when Giroud's getting the balls up top. Who's following him? Literally no one. Proper finish from Werner, yeah. We are playing very good. I'm not sure about that. Yeah, lineup is good, but the passing isn't. I agree. Lineup is good, but we have the team has no ideas. Yeah, we don't have any ideas. A lot of pass misses make for a dangerous counter. Completely agree, guys. Passing's very sloppy, never at the feet. Yeah, I kind of agree with a lot of you guys in the live comments, I'm not going to lie. Mendy has made 77% of Chelsea's saves this season. He's played 45 minutes. Mendy's looked good, to be fair, hasn't he? He's been a good start. We need to tighten up more at the back. Yeah, I've been saying that all season actually, and I think we all have. Just the defending is just awful from Chelsea. We defend terribly, and it is risky for important games and for big moments. We just can't rely on our defence to bail us out. Mendy with a good save. Mendy's doing well, yeah. Mate, Bale can't play in the second half, so yeah, thankfully he can't destroy us. Chilwell's had a great game so far, yeah. Timo hasn't found his position, maybe not. Werner and Hudson-Odoi need to make more runs in behind 100%. Werner's just useless on the wings. He doesn't have the instincts of a winger. I think we should stop playing him there. Maybe, yeah. Maybe he was better up front, to be fair. Do you think Mount will be a starter once everyone is healthy? Probably. I think he will, yeah, under Lampard. I can't see him being benched. Yeah, we need to pass more quickly. We need to improve the performance in the second half if we want to be in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Simple as that. Spurs have come here with a clear game plan, a clear instruction from Mourinho, and that's to make this game a nightmare for Chelsea in each and every way possible. And Chelsea are giving into it. Right now, that performance has to change. I think almost everything about it's been quite sloppy. Defending again doesn't look that good at all. Attacking, we need to be way quicker, create way more chances, get way more balls in behind, way more support for Giroud. Way better passing accuracy with way more intensity. I'm saying way more at the start of each sentence. It's not good enough from Chelsea right now. Mount out. Yeah, Mount hasn't had a good game today. Mount really hasn't had a good game. And I'm quite a big fan of Mason Mount. I think he's a valuable player for Lampard. And he usually plays well. You know, you look at the game midweek against West Brom, he was brilliant, but we're destroying them. Yeah, I mean, technically we are, mate. Like, we got more possession and stuff, and they don't look, you know, like that much of a threat. But are we destroying them? I wouldn't say we're destroying them. Like, one counter-attack and it's 1-1. We've already seen that. It's not, yeah, need more energy, and I think you guys would agree with that. More compact, yeah. Sub-mount for Havertz, yeah, maybe. Poor from Cover, maybe, yeah. It is hard to create when Spurs parking the bus. I completely agree, honestly. Like, I was saying that in the first half as well. It's really difficult to break Spurs down when they're playing like that. But I think for Chelsea, it's just, yeah, Mourinho doesn't care about possession. Exactly. He doesn't care. He's just going to try and get through really any way he can. The game plan's working well. Yes, they're 1-0 down, but he knows things are working well. And would you be surprised to see Harry Kane early in the second half? I wouldn't. Chelsea need more goals in this game, and we need to just improve the play in general. I'm scared that Kane's going to come on. Mate, exactly, he's going to come on. And I think people maybe thought Spurs were tossing this game away. Just all mind games from Mourinho, all nonsense. Don't listen to it. And I had that feeling before the game. Clearly, they're here to win this game. They're here to knock us out. Honestly, no two ways about it. They're here for it. So For Chelsea, we've got to do our jobs, and we haven't done it. We should have taken more advantage of that first half for sure, but we're still 1-0 up. We've got our goal. We've got a good chance in the second half now. Where's Christensen? Don't know. He's not on the squad. I think his suspension's up, but resting, I believe. Take Giroud off, Werner up front, maybe. Yeah. We need pace instead of Giroud, maybe. I still hope that Giroud can get a vital goal in the second half, though. Yeah, I did see the spat between Mourinho and Lampard. That's, again, all part of the show from Mourinho. He's in his absolute element today. This is typical Mourinho. And right now, Chelsea have cut that off because we've got our goal, but just got to be so careful not to allow it to creep into the game anymore. What else can I see from you guys here? We need to have more energy and more decisive passes around. We also need to be more compact all round. Yusuf, 100%. You've got it spot on. Yeah, Kane will ruin us if we don't progress the ball quickly, 100%. Who's going to play on the left? That's the thing. We are short on wingers, I think, this season is what we found out. And especially once you've got Ziyech and Pulisic injured, there's just little options on the wing, to be honest. We don't have a left winger in our squad, yeah. Pulisic is the only left winger. Well, I suppose Hudson-Odoi also, but... Chelsea worth their lead, decent performance, and I'd be so happy if we go on and win this game and knock Spurs out. I really would. Let's talk some transfers though, guys, because I think there's going to be quite a lot of activity actually before the window ends. For Chelsea, I think Rudiger is going to be on his way out. I think Alonso is going to be on his way out. I think Jorginho could be on his way out, but he's playing tonight. He's a vice-captain. And he'll probably only leave if Declan Rice joins. And even then, he may not even leave. So Jorginho's maybe a 50-50 right now. I think Barkley's going to stay. I think Loftus-Cheek is going out on loan. And I think that's about it. But yeah, I look at Rudiger, Alonso. Both of those guys could be leaving, honestly. I think Emerson's going to be staying over Alonso. So, yeah. We've asserted ourselves in this game, really. Rice is needed if we can get him. I kind of agree. I never really got on board with the whole Declan Rice thing, but over the past months, I certainly have. I think he's actually a player we could really do with. And you look at games like this where we just get run over in midfield. He's the sort of guy that can stop that happening. So I really want to sign Declan Rice. The Declan Rice signing, it's really, really difficult right now, though. Yeah, Rodrigo Tomori is going to be staying. Yeah, Tenzin, he's not going to go out on loan, I don't think, no. Do we need Dries Mertens before the window closes? What an interesting suggestion that is. I would say no, because he's quite a similar player in the fact that he's like a winger / centre-forward like Timo Werner. Rice in, yep. I want Ziyech back. He's actually one of my favourite players. Literally, mate, we're so excited to see Ziyech. I don't have a good feeling about the second half. I can't say I do either, mate, but as long as we do things right, we'll win the game. But with the way things are going, I've said it all half, we're playing it into Mourinho's hands, so we've got to be careful. Rice for 80 mil is too much. I know, it's ridiculous. It really is. Yeah, and you'd hope that Marina and Co can lower that. Spurs are playing really well. I mean, they're playing their game plan really well. I wouldn't say they're playing really well. But, yeah, their game plan's worked perfectly, Spurs. It really has. Tomori's reliable in the back line, yep. Barkley's energy and work rate will be useful. Barkley could certainly be useful. I don't know how good his work rate is, though, tracking back, mate. We'll get 34 mil for Rudy. I'm not sure if we will. I think everyone will be getting rid of his almost a loan. Rice's 80 mil will be a failure like Kepa was. Maybe. If we don't get Rice now, though, mate, United or Man City will go for him and pay 80 million next summer for him, and then no one will be complaining. You guys are pessimistic? I don't think we're pessimistic, mate. I think we're just speaking about what the game as we've seen it. And the game is that Chelsea, I think, really should be winning this game. We've said about Mourinho and how he's doing everything to make this game a nightmare for us. But at the end of the day, Chelsea need to be a little bit better in the second half if we want to be in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and it's that simple, really. Timo hat-trick second half. Why not? Why not? But only if Chelsea get at the defence more. Created no way near enough in the first half. No way near enough. Selling Lamptey was the biggest L of the season. I mean, people talk about the Lamptey sale. He's such a great player, Lamptey. Honestly, I love the guy. What a joy to watch he is. But I wouldn't say the sale of him was such like a failure because Chelsea wanted to keep Lamptey and see what they could do with him, but he just wanted to leave, honestly. So it was just the best thing for him, and you can see how well he's done since leaving. So the second goal will put the game to bed. 100%, James. We need that. Mohamed, I have a bad feeling about the second half. Yeah, I know. It's going to be tough. AA legend Mendy's playing really, really well. I think the team is pretty well. They need to gel in 100%. The team does need to gel in. We need to give it some time. Right now, I think the signs aren't that good. But we've got to be patient 100%. We've got to be patient. I think people maybe speaking about Chelsea this season like it's a one-season thing, that we've signed a bunch of really young players for a loss of money. We've just said, if they don't do well this season, then it's a failure. That's absolutely not the case. We've got a lot of great young players here who all of Europe's top clubs would have had in the summer. We've got them now. Let's build a team around them. Let's build a philosophy here. Let's be patient. And we're going to have success. We are, Things maybe aren't going that well right now, but we really are. Mendy's doing brilliantly, Brian. We do not need Rice. I would kind of disagree with that. I think Rice could be a really, really useful player for us, but I'm going to see if I can shoot into the second half soon, guys. I'll look if I can find. Oh boy, second half is about to start from me. For me anyway. Second half going to be underway here. No changes, I don't think. So no Harry Kane yet, no Lucas yet. Come on, Chelsea, let's get a second goal quick. Come on, Chelsea, let's see what if Lampard's got into them at half-time and just said, go out and win this football match, get the London derby against Spurs in the bag. Giroud, good play. Mount, great play. Foul. And again. And again. There's Harry Kane warming up. Jorginho. Kovacic, Jorginho. Tomori got a little bit lost there with the ball at his feet. Did well in the end. Mendy gets it out. Aspilicueta gives it away. Spurs coming here with a bit of bite in the second half. Could be a good battle on the second half, but a second Chelsea goal almost kills this tie. That's the position we know we're in. or in a really good one. Chelsea win the ball back here. That's when we can hurt Spurs, but Ndombele does so well to get out of that press. Here's Bergwijn. Come on, Chilwell, you've got to come close here and stop Spurs getting in behind. It's not the best defending from Chelsea. Tomori clears it, though. Good, Chilwell. Handballed it. Zuma forced to clear it. And Spurs playing well. Game plan going well anyway for them. Chelsea got to brighten up. I wonder whether someone off the bench will do that for us. Maybe a Kai Havertz, to be fair. A special player to just change the game. Because right now, it's not good enough. Bergwijn fires that over. Again, that's too easy for Tottenham. Way too easy. What a save by Mendy. What a save by Mendy to deny Reguilón a debut goal. Tottenham the better side right now. No other way about it. Poor from Chelsea. We're talking about how poor we've been at half-time. People calling us pessimistic. Absolute nonsense. Need to wake up. And Mendy already looks like a top buy in goal. It's a great save from Mendy. He does well enough just to get it over the bar. Reguilón really should be scoring from there. It would have made up for his mistake on his debut also. Mendy saves. Chelsea have to wake up, else we'll be on the, well, not on the verges of going out, but we'll put ourselves closer towards doing that. Here comes the corner. Zuma should have left that for Mendy. Got to say, love the reaction there also from Jorginho. He just went over and congratulated Mendy. It's a great save by the lad on his debut. He's had a really good debut. Good stuff from Giroud, that. Come on, Chelsea. Tottenham just want it more. Clearly they've had like a better team talk. That would have been a good chance. This is the plus side, if there is one, of Tottenham playing better. A little more space for Chelsea once we get the ball, in my opinion. Say we turn it over, there is going to be more space to hurt them. Spurs free kick now. Why are we leaving? Look how open Reguilón is. If they want to switch it, they can. He's just, no one's going to do anything about it. Hudson-Odoi or someone has to watch that. Look, here he is. Great ball. Poor defending again. Aurier wide. It's just poor from Chelsea. Just poor from Chelsea defensively. Spurs having good opportunities. Look at this ball over the top. Don't know what that line is from Chelsea. It's good play from Bergwijn. The shot from Aurier is wide, but Chelsea got to be careful. You know, when Spurs bring Kane on, even Lucas Moura, there's a good chance for Spurs to snatch a goal here. We've said it all of half time, and you would have hoped Lampard had a good speak to them, but that doesn't look like it's particularly happened. Tottenham all over Chelsea here. No other way to put it. Great defending by Chilwell. Really good defending. Really important. Tottenham got real energy about them now. Chelsea half asleep. Not a pleasant watch right now, guys. Simple as that. Come on, we need the football. Chance here for Werner to use his pace, though. Chance here for Chelsea to just have the ball a little bit also. We'll take that. We'll take a throw-in right now. It's been that poor from Chelsea. Let's have a look at this. I'm almost certain it was a good challenge from Chilwell. And it was. My God, every time it's a Spurs ball. When it's loose, it's Spurs. It's not good enough. Giroud having to do some tracking back here. And brilliant defending by Tomori. Just not good enough from Chelsea. This team clearly needs to gel or needs some sort of a wake-up call here. Something needs to be said by Lampard, in my opinion. On the training ground, off the pitch, in the dressing room, something needs to switch for Chelsea this season. Else things aren't going to change. We're hanging on here, essentially, in the Carabao Cup to our lead. I'd be tempted to make a sub, honestly. It's been so bad from Chelsea in the second half, and to be fair, after we scored, it's been bad. That's good goalkeeping from Mendy, who's been a real positive of tonight. Play! Fucking hell! That's be given away. Sloppy, awful Chelsea. Pumped over the top, and here's issues again. Here's Lamela. Zuma does really well. Lampard surely is. Got to like do something, speak to the players, make a sub. Did he do enough at half time? By the looks of this, not. Or no, rather. That's the ball for Giroud. It's a good one by Chilwell, who has been good also. Giroud. It's not bad hold-up play, but Chelsea just a little bit sleepy. Jorginho. Aspilicueta. Shoots. Way over. That sort of game right now, though, for Chelsea. Again, here come Tottenham. Kovacic stops it momentarily. Not enough in defence for Chelsea to deal with it right now. Almost numbers-wise, like there's not enough back. And Ndombele's played well today. That's a fucking foul. And a yellow. Aurier gets a yellow card. I don't know what you guys are saying. We need to wake up, literally. Honestly, we've been poor. We were saying it at half time. Some of you guys disagreed. Don't know what game you're watching. Careful. Got away with it. Foul from Fernandes. Spurs really hungry for this one now. Great ball from Mendy. Gets away from Chelsea again. It was a good chance. Had 4 players running at about 4 from Spurs there. But again, we give up the ball. Great header that from Aspie. Here's Hudson-Odoi. It's Mount. Come on, Mace. That's a yellow. That's awful from Tanganga. Just a tactical viewpoint from me here. I think we could be struggling so much because it feels like we're playing a 4-2-3 right now. Mason Mount's positioning just hasn't been on this game. He hasn't been in the midfield, nor really in the attack. And it's been the Kovacic and Jorginho have been super isolated against Lamela and Bergwijn when they come in, against Ndombele, Sissoko and Fernandes. It's been a real struggle for Chelsea in that regard. And here comes Pierre-Emile Højbjerg for Tottenham. Spurs taking things more and more seriously as the night goes on. And we've said Chelsea needed a second goal, but we don't look anywhere near close to getting that right now. We're hobbling to hold on to our lead, so... Chilwell's cross. Great chance at the back post. He's given a foul. We missed it anyway, I suppose, thankfully. It's a great ball from Chilwell, who's played well today, and well, they should have scored, even if it was given as a foul in the end. How has Aurier kept that in, honestly? Spurs playing out of their skin right now. Fernandes has gone off. I'm not going to lie, I'm not too upset about that. I thought he's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant tonight, Fernandes. Him and Ndombele have essentially ran the midfield, especially in the second half. But Højbjerg is going to be coming on, who you'd imagine would also be pretty tired. He also played less than, well, just over 48 hours ago, and 90 minutes of Premier League football, so. Zuma forced to clear. Chelsea need a foot on the ball, really. Maybe Kante would be a good sub here. I know I've seen him warming up, but this is what I mean. I know you guys can't see it, obviously, but there's no midfield from Chelsea. We're getting outnumbered. There's like a massive gap in our midfield that Spurs are just exploiting right now. That's well done from Zuma. That's our ball also. Oh. Emerson's going to be coming on. So it looks like there was a plan to maybe only give Chilwell an hour of football then. Just to ease him back into things, but for us, we just got to hope Emerson plays well, essentially. Because we want to be winning this game, and Chilwell's had a good game at left back. Good ball. It's Hudson-Odoi. "64 minutes played, second half going slowly, second half's been stressful. Because Chelsea just haven't been good enough and the Spurs have been. Look at this, there's just nothing really going on. It's a foul from Werner. Come on, Timo. It's better from Chelsea, that. Once more, it's too easy to just play a ball up front and hold on to it for Spurs. Every time we play a ball, they're onto us. Look how easy it is for Spurs to break out. Good header from Chilwell. He's had a really good game considering it looks like he's only been able to play an hour of it. Again, well done from Chilwell. And that will be the end of his evening also. Really good game from Chilwell today. Emerson, who looks like he's going to be a sub left back for this season now with a good chance. About half an hour or so in a London derby. In an important moment to hold on for us. Come on, Werner. It's good play from Tottenham. Zuma as well to clear. Tottenham again on the ascendancy right now. Chelsea have to get some sort of foot in this game, honestly. Calm stuff down. Get on to the ball. I don't know why we're not dominating this. You'd imagine we'd be fitter than Spurs. It's a handball. Come on, Callum. We need a big press on from you here. Great defending. Well done, Tomori, and then Zuma to sweep round. But all we're doing is punting out for a throw-in right now. There's no patterns of play. There's no real tactical approach to hold on to the ball and break Spurs down. It's all just, like almost 11 players on the pitch and hope now right now for Chelsea. Tomori and Zuma have done what they can, but they had to give way sometimes, honestly. So they've been under so much pressure. Where's our right back here? Nowhere to be seen. Kovacic has got to do some good defending over there. Good block from Werner. It's out for a Tottenham corner though. Tottenham just dominating in every way, in every sense. It's just not pleasant viewing for us Chelsea fans. Could do with a good Mendy catch here. Oh, he drops it. Good from Jorginho. It's odd from Mendy. This time he'll need to catch it and does. Well, it's unlike him, Mendy, dropping the ball. Just a few nerves, you'd imagine. It's just not actually nice to see Chelsea with the ball at their feet. It hasn't really been at our feet in the second half. Let's see how long we can hold it for and what we do with it also. Is there any intent? Is there any drive? Kovacic shows some. Again, we're playing with two in midfield. Where has Mount been today? He can't get the ball there, really. So unlike him. It really is quite odd. We've played with two in midfield all day. Harry Kane's going to be subbed on here as well. This is just typical for Mourinho. It really is. He played the whole script tonight, hasn't he? Harry Kane's going to be coming on. Chelsea could be in trouble there. Werner gives it away. And here comes that sub. Tanganga's going to be coming off, so Spurs go to 4 at the back. Kante's also going to be coming on, though, for Chelsea. Kante's on for Kovacic, I think. Yeah. We need a massive performance here from Kante. Mourinho just going on about it all, going on about how Spurs couldn't compete in this, how they couldn't do this, how they couldn't do that, how this was a write-off. Comes out with a completely solid side, brings Harry Kane on, brings Højbjerg on. Typical nonsense, mind games, the whole lot of it. And right now, Spurs have been the better team, certainly in the second half. We're in for a long 20-25 minutes here, though, boys. Unless we can get a second goal, in which case things would essentially be sorted. Werner. Oh, would have been a great ball to Mount. It's good defending by Reguilon. I would have been tempted to bring Kante on for Mount, actually. Mount, for me, hasn't affected this game at all, and is also clearly tired. Away. Wide from Reguilon. Sleeping Chelsea. This is going to be such a long 25 minutes, Chelsea fans. If I had a seatbelt, I'd be strapping myself in right now. Holy. Why can't we just do like a normal performance, you know? Why can't we go 1-0 up and then make it 2 and then be solid at the back? It's never going to happen, is it? Honestly. Has to always be a struggle. Has to always be a nightmare. And against this Mourinho, this pantomime that he's brought up today, well, my God. God, the relief, the happiness of getting over this and getting through would be immense. That's good play, is Kante. Werner. Great pace from Werner. Oh. You just saw Giroud approach the front post there, but this is how Chelsea can hurt Spurs, and we just haven't done it enough this game. No way near enough. Werner driving at an exhausted Eric Dyer, who's played so much football recently. Of course he beats him. Dyer gets back to block the cross, in fairness to him, but, you know, making something happen. Now we've got a corner, you know. In by Mount. It's a poor corner, really. How has that fallen to a Spurs player? Looks like everything will fall to a Spurs player. Here's Mount. Werner! Imagine if he won it. He probably should have won it. Great chance for Werner. It's a good win back from Kante. Mount with a good pick out of Werner. And he just tries to arrow that in the far corner. Come on, Chelsea. Look at all this space. Mount. Werner. Onside. Giroud. Corner. He's onside. I don't know what they're complaining about. It's Emerson at right wing again. What's he doing? There's space in the Tottenham defence. I'm glad we're exploiting it a little bit more now. Oh my god, imagine if we just went 2-0 up. The pressure will take off all of us for the rest of the evening. Deep from Mount. Chance for Tomori. Free header. Just wasn't back across goal enough. It was straight into the arms, really, of Lloris. Kante's already made such a big impact off the bench. Chelsea probably need to start leaving a few men back, actually, from these corners. No point in risking a counter or anything like that. And now Spurs are bringing on Lucas, like, typical of this. Tammy's going to be coming on for Chelsea, though. He can definitely cause some issues here for Spurs. That's what I'm from Aspilicueta, but it's a free kick to Spurs, apparently. Abraham is going to be coming on here, you'd expect, for, well, it's Bergwijn off for Lucas first. Yeah, Giroud's going to be coming off. He hasn't had as big an impact on the game as I would have liked today. Probably been because of the way we've played also, to be fair. Hasn't been good enough for large parts of the game from Chelsea. But I think Abraham will suit the way we are playing right now a lot better. There's space, there's gaps in the Spurs defence and midfield right now. Similarly to us really earlier anyway. Abraham will have the pace, will have Werner there, will have Hudson-Odoi there. Good Aspie, brilliant. Jorginho, what a pass to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi, what a miss. He has to pass to Abraham there, surely. Where's Mourinho going? What am I watching? We're getting footage. What's going on? Mourinho stormed down at the tunnel or something? Is he looking? He's looking for someone? I don't know what just happened. Whatever happened, Chelsea got to take advantage. Here's Abraham. Eric Dyer's back out. Mourinho ran after him. Here's Kante. Emerson. Dyer's going to be coming back on. Here's Emerson. Højbjerg cleared. So 77 minutes on the clock, still 1-0 Chelsea. But Chelsea, that chance for Hudson-Odoi when he had Abraham square. He just hasn't learned that composure in front of goal yet, Hudson-Odoi. He definitely hasn't, the ability to come inside and either guide one in the corner. He'll always, get under it, blaze under the bar, or even just the option there to roll in Abraham, to roll in who's ever next to him. That calmness, that composure. And once he adds that to his game, he's going to be a top young player, honestly. Man needs to kick here. And does very well. Go on, Tammy. Get in there. Get in there. Højbjerg heads that out. Kante comes. Abraham's not working or running enough up front. Fresh legs. We need him just chasing down the Spurs team. Stopping them working. No way is that a foul. Abraham now mounts in. Chance for Mount. Werner square. Oh my god! Good chances. Just no end ball from Chelsea. It's the 78th minute. We can't hold on to it in the corner. Mount. Who looks tired, and I've said that all game. Chelsea look tired. And in a way, both teams do. Emerson does well. Abraham has to do better. What an odd performance this is from Chelsea. When we get in there, Mount, and he's got, what was it? Was it Abraham square? Werner square, sorry. 2v1. Look at Timo Werner. He passes it straight to, is that Dyer? Yeah. This is the Hudson-Odoi chance, as Alan Smith says. Look at Tammy. He has to pass to Abraham. The replay makes it look even worse. Oh, it's agonising stuff from Chelsea again. Not helping ourselves. Has to give it to Abraham there. What an odd cup tie this has been. Tackle. Oh. Again, they're getting in a half space, Spurs. Kane. Over. That's it. Kane. One chance in the channel and it nearly was a goal. He's so good at that, just drifting off. It's a good little cutback also. It's not a bad effort. "80 minutes on the clock. Still so much football to be played. Chelsea give it away again. We need help from Mount in midfield. I've been saying it all evening, man. Brilliant from Kante. Come on, can we win the ball back? Awful. Brilliant from Kante, but he sends it straight to Aurier. Come out, Emerson. Winner. Brilliant from Emerson. Chelsea look exhausted. It has to be a day off tomorrow, in my opinion. They look like a broken team out there, considering Spurs have got such a busy schedule. They just seem them pretty much fine for large periods of the game anyway. I will take that. We are playing a little bit like it's the 90th minute though, when we've got literally 15 minutes of football to play. No! hell, man. I haven't checked the chat in a while, guys. But I think something's just been spoiled. I'm pretty sure Spurs are just equalised. I've come into the chat and I've seen 1-1, and it's been coming. God damn it! It hasn't come up on what I'm watching yet, but I'm just waiting for Spurs to equalise. Oh, we made it so late in the game, but we've been so dreadful, honestly. Let's have a look how this goal comes about then. Reguilón gets in. There it is. Lamela equalises, yeah. Shocking from Chelsea. Awful from Chelsea. It is dreadful, it really is. You guys are right. It's been so bad from Chelsea today. I've said it all game. It's been a nightmare to watch. I haven't enjoyed watching this season, actually, as a whole. Reguilón it is who gets him behind here. Good ball. It's good from Lamela. It's good finish. Spurs equalise. Nightmare of an evening, this really. Absolute nightmare. Chelsea had their chances. Can't say it hasn't been coming, that goal though. It's just been so lacklustre from Chelsea today. And it looks like this will be heading straight to penalties unless there's another goal. Just as I came into the chat as well, I just saw you guys say, yeah, knew it, knew it, knew it. We all bloody knew it. So bad from Chelsea today. This season has been pretty painful to watch, I'm not going to lie. God, a late goal from Chelsea here would I'd be over the moon with that. It's Nadoy now. Good ball there, trickles through to Lloris. That's why I wasn't checking the chat the whole time. I go on the chat there just for some comfort, hoping that there wasn't going to be a goal in the next 2 minutes, and I saw 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. Oh, God. Something's not right at Chelsea right now, honestly. It could get worse still. Good block. Hudson-Odoi, though. Not being good again today. Chelsea, oh my God, how poor have we been? Honestly, I was saying it at half-time even. People were disagreeing. Feels like we've got a man or two less. It does feel like we're playing with essentially 10 men, maybe 9. Always a Spurs option free. When Chelsea are in possession, we can't catch a break. When the Spurs are in possession, they're having the time of their lives. Look at this. Tottenham ball again. Tottenham ball. Tottenham ball. Constant Tottenham ball. Free kick Tottenham. Bloody awful performance from Chelsea, who should have taken this game with a scruff of the neck. 1-0 up inside at 20 minutes. Nothing. Stop playing football. Mourinho pantomime I've been talking about all day worked to absolute perfection. Just hate when you predict how things are going to play out in football, when you're being, pessimistic, you might say. You're saying the scenarios that could happen, and they actually just play out. Away, head up. Well done, Emerson. Foul. Hudson-Odoi looks dead on his feet down there, as do most of the Chelsea players. Emerson's got to stop this cross. Doesn't. Kante gets rid of it. To absolutely no one again. It's just how Chelsea hoofing out of the pitch now. It's been in that for essentially the entirety of the second half, even a bit of the first. What an awful performance again from Chelsea. You do wonder when we're going to see a complete performance from Frank Lampard's team this season. Because you look at the Crystal Palace match on the weekend, not looking forward to it in the slightest. I think we'll either lose or draw. We've got to be honest with ourselves. The sooner we are, the sooner we'll save ourselves from just this disappointment. Because, well, it's just not good enough. We're not really going in the right direction. You guys were saying this was offside. I didn't think it was. Reguilon just cuts inside here. It's not good enough. He hooks it up. Not good enough defending again. He buries it in. Lamela deserves that goal as well. He's been good today. Zuma has to clear that. Emerson should probably clear that also. He's got to be Marquis' man. Once he's there, he's always going to score. Here's Lamela. Again, Spurs ball. No chance for Chelsea tonight. We've played Spurs in a time we thought would be perfect, and it's actually been the opposite. Spurs have been brilliant. Their game plans worked so well. The Mourinho pantomime has just been so effective. Brilliant from Kante. Here's Hudson-Odoi. Kante. Jorginho. Spilicueta, here's Mount. Kante, good spin. Great spin from Kante. Werner! Kante didn't get it. 3 added minutes now. Zuma does well. Hudson-Odoi in towards Abraham. Here's Kante now. Jorginho. Great ball to Azpilicueta, that. Azpilicueta's cross is blocked. Spurs clear. It's one of the first times in the entire half that Chelsea got their foot on the ball. It's been awful again. Serious questions need to be answered from Chelsea here. Emerson. Hudson-Odoi. It's 30 seconds of the game left now. Chelsea just passing Werner. Trying to see if we can get one more opening maybe, but we haven't had many in the second half. Jorginho. Tomori. Zuma. 20 seconds left now. Might as well try something. Here is Zuma. Emerson. No. It's well done from Werner though. It's a good ball from Werner. Defended. Kante does well. No way is that a free kick. Full time. It's going to penalties. Oh my god. Honestly, guys, how upset are you with that? I think that was awful. Just wait until the full team are fit. I've been saying that as well. It's not good enough. Honestly, guys, I'm so disappointed with that. Let's see if we can get through on penalties here. The performance remains the same, but we just got to try and win the game. Mourinho's game plan just worked to an absolute T, though. Absolute T. Mourinho looks elated. Lampard looks furious. But it's down to Lampard to change something on the training ground. Big chances for Mendy also, can I just say. But I mean, the 90 minutes was up. The 90 minutes is what I'm upset about. It's poor. Penalty shootouts anyone's game. And now we wait. It's a big moment for Edouard Mendy, it really is. Here we go then. More nerves, more stress, I suppose. Lampard will be gutted. I'm just upset with the way the Chelsea season's going as a whole, if I'm being honest with you. There is a penalty shot to decide who goes through at least. Oh, I do wonder is if there's VAR to check if goalkeepers are off their line. I don't think there's VAR, but you never know. First up's going to be Eric Dyer for Tottenham. Dyer scores, 1-0 Tottenham. Abraham's up first for Chelsea then. Need a big, confident pen from Tammy here. That Super Cup heartbreak for him. Here is Tammy Abraham. Scores. Lamela up next now for Tottenham. Scores, does Lamela. All the penalties going the same way and the goalkeeper's going the wrong way. 2-1 Spurs on the shootout. All the pens have been scored so far. Aspilicueta's up next, and he usually always puts in the same spot, so you'd imagine Lloris will know that. Let's see if Aspi switches up. It needs to go in for Chelsea. Scores brilliantly. He went the other way. Højbjerg against Mendy now. Scores. All of them are going in. Mendy keeps on diving that way. Spurs keep on putting it that way. Bit of an odd moment going on now. Don't know what's really going on with the pens, but everyone's scoring them. Jorginho's up next for Chelsea, who is such a reliable penalty taker, but has missed 2 in a Chelsea shirt, 1 in a shootout actually against Man City in the Carabao Cup final. Scored against Tottenham in the semi-final of the 2018-19 season under Sarri, and also missed recently against Liverpool. But here comes Jorginho. Scores. Lloris, I think, just waited. And he gets it in. Lloris just waited to see which way the ball went, but he couldn't get there in time. It's good from Jorginho. All the kicks going in though. We need a massive save from Mendy. Lucas Moura stepping up next for Tottenham. We need a save here from Mendy. It's in again. I don't know what Mendy's really doing. They keep on putting it in that corner and Mendy's going the other way. What's going on? They keep on slotting it in the same corner, Tottenham, and Mendy's just diving the other way. It's quite an odd little setup we have going on now. Chelsea have got 2 big penalties coming up here, and it's Emerson up next. Come on, Emerson. This has to go in from Emerson. Vamos, Emerson. Goal! Come on, Emerson. It's an important penalty because I'm guessing Harry Kane's up next. So if we'd missed there, that would have been that, you'd imagine. Harry Kane's an expert penalty taker, and the way they've been going in against Mendy so far, you do worry that this is going to be stuck away. Scores. The one time Mendy goes the other way, Kane puts it in the other corner. Both teams have been efficient with their pens. Very efficient. But now Chelsea have to score. Mason Mount has to score for Chelsea. Big moment this for Mason Mount and Chelsea. Has to score. Chelsea are out. Mount misses. Tottenham are through. Nightmare evening for Chelsea. Absolute pantomime this. Mourinho's game plan worked to a T. And Chelsea are out. Tottenham have done it. Yet another penalty miss on the end. Boys, what can I say? It's been a bad start to the season. There's no other way to put it. Can't catch a break right now. Yeah, people are really enjoying it in the chat. Wasn't good enough from Lampard. Was awful from Chelsea. The penalties were decent from Chelsea. We missed one. Mendy didn't look like he was going to be saving any of them, to be honest with you. And well, there we go. Another bad day at the office. We've sent Tottenham through. We're going to be barreling out of the Carabao Cup. Another bad evening, to be honest with you. Yeah, people in the chat will be loving this one. Just shocking. Just shocking. Another bad evening, boys. That's where this one's going to be wrapping up. Lampard got it wrong, yeah. I don't know who got it wrong, but whatever just happened was shocking. Bad from Chelsea. Terrible evening. Out to Tottenham on penalties. Awful stuff. Yeah, forget top four. Couldn't really agree more with that. It doesn't look like we're going to be in that this season. We've got Crystal Palace on the weekend next, which I can't say I'm looking forward to with the way we play. Just poor, and well, Chelsea, Lampard have got to be really careful right now because, well, this was another bad night for Chelsea, and there have been a lot of those at the start of the season. And that's where this stream's going to end, guys. Thank you for all of you guys who tuned in as I went on. Terrible evening for Chelsea once more.